Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another indie comic review, and this time I'll be reviewing Wynd issue 7, where last time I covered issue 6 on its return of the series. I'm back again for issue 7. So moving directly into the rating for the cover art, does this cover art in any way or any indicate something that happens within the story? Not really a lot. It could have been a little bit better. If anything, it sort of feels like it's covering something in relation to the previous story and something that happened there. As you can see, the character of Wynd flying overhead, it felt more like it should have been the other way around. So I gave the cover a 6 out of 10. But moving into the internal art, which I'll show you the beginning, middle and end, and finally give my rating on that. Alright, starting off with art around the beginning. I'll now jump towards the middle. Some of the art towards the middle, to which you can see the character of Oakley. And also Wynd. Plus Fawn, who's been injured. Moving into the next part, towards the end. Finally, some of the art towards the end, to which we end up meeting a new person. Who seems to have their own horde. Now, as I jump into the art rating, I gave it a 7.5 as it's been consistent with previous issues. But moving into the story, I must admit I'm a little bit disappointed with the story in this, as it felt like it was just building up a little bit more in additional characters, but not all the additional characters were sort of like mentioned per se really clearly. They could have been better, including the beginning character too, to which you see basically the foster or adoptive father of Wynd in the beginning. It wouldn't have hurt to have brought that in, especially in relation to the cast. But let's move to the things that I enjoy seeing in my comics. Did it bring in any previous comic references that may or might have been important to the story? No, but it wouldn't hurt. What about time? Do we know when this is taking place time-wise? Still no. We need to know. Alright? We need to know, James Tinian. As much as I enjoy this story, right, if you can bloody get it right in some of the DC comics, you should be able to get it right in Boom Studios. Where's your editor? Where's someone to help you there? If you can do it a little bit with something is killing the children, I might even recommend reviewing that a little bit more on the channel. Moving into location. Now, again, it wasn't very clear in regards to location. The reader was pretty much guessing, to which it would help a little bit more if there was some clarity shown on that. Like, again, if it can be done for your DC comic runs, you should be able to do it in your indie runs. Of course, we had Dawn Street, spelt as Dorne. Of course, we had the location of the ship that later became a shipwreck. But we still got no idea where the fuck they are. It helps to let the reader know where the characters are, instead of always expecting them to read your mind to know where the characters are. We're not all mind readers. Alright, jumping into the cast, we had Wynd, Oakley, Fawn, Yorick. There was a character by the name of Beak in there, new character, first appearance. And of course, Miriam, also a first appearance. Moving into the story rating for this, I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. The only thing that sort of really stood up really well in this was actually some of the dialogue in regards to Wynd finding a medical officer to help someone in need of medical attention. That was really good. That was really great. I enjoyed seeing that because you got to see Wynd basically put in a slightly vulnerable position, but also a position to which someone needed real critical help. To which I gave the story rating a 6.5 out of 10. Well, until then, please don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Until then, let's keep it colourful. If you've now made it to the end of the video, have yourself an awesome day.